Alright, hey everybody, let's get started. How's everybody doing today? My Thursday's been pretty good, and of course I'm pretty excited for Ludum Dare, which starts tomorrow night, so I look forward to that. Speaking of that, we should go look at the votes and see if the final round is up yet. Let me log in. Alright. Okay, switch over. So Some themes I don't like went through. Yeah, like this dark light. We've done this theme has been on here like several times. This one seems too complicated. Parallel dimensions. I don't know. Pausing as consequences. Well, this one seems sort of interesting, but I feel like everybody's gonna make the same type of game, so... But I'll just put it as a 0. Keep it alive. 2 colors, the same as dark and light. Okay, I do like Island, so I'm glad that one went through. A World in the Skies. I personally like this theme, but I think it's a little generic. You Are Alone. Okay, this one is probably one of the better ones. Yeah, that one's been there several times. Start with Nothing. I don't want survival games. One tool, many uses. That one could be fun. Everything has a cost. It's okay. And Small World. It's fine. Wait, one thing I did notice is that for the previous rounds, well actually in previous Ludum Dares they would tell you like the popularity of each of them. Doesn't seem like they're doing that anymore, which I guess is good because that probably influenced how people voted in the final round, but I always like to look back and see like like if there was one theme that was super popular, then that one was probably going to be had a good chance of being the final theme, so it was a good idea to start thinking of games for it. But yeah, so a good idea is to look at all these themes and try and brainstorm some ideas for each one just to be a little prepared. But that's not what we're going to do right now. Maybe if I start the stream a little early tomorrow, we can do that a bit. But anyway, let's get to Tactical Lizard Tamer. So we left off yesterday, having just finished the mouse picking. So you can see whenever you change the color border, it correctly tells you that you're over a different space, and also you can choose a monster. You can't see, you can see the log down here. It's probably kind of small, but right here it says we choose monster 0, and then this is space 3, space 5. The white is space 0, and then nothing right here. One other thing I did change, I should probably open up the script planning to kind of show you visually what I did. So I realized that the team building and the play scenes, before they were like outside here and the map was like common between them, but I think actually these will just be like sub packages of the map package. That just will make most of the organization a lot easier. I mean, and it kind of makes sense because the map, I think that pretty much during the team building phase you'll be able to see the map so that you'll have an idea kind of what team you'd want to bring. So that's why I was worrying about this. And then the play scene will have things that only happen during gameplay, such as actions and other things like that. But anyway, so I went through and went ahead and changed that already, so you didn't have to watch me do that busy work. And I also went back to separating the global components and map components because I think once we get a lot of components, it will make things simpler. And the only reason I did it before is because I knew there was going to be a lot of like scripts in common between the team building and play phase, but that's not a problem anymore. So yeah. So the goal today is I want to be able, well, first of all, I want the monster to actually be centered in the space, and then I want to be able to click a space and just move that monster to it. And from there, we'll go ahead and convert it to using a simple like move action. Oh, what happened? Array index is out of range. Let's see. Okay, so that's happened a couple times. Array cast UV space. Okay, so probably what happened. Oh, of course, it probably round up to like so say the dimension is 128 by 128. So that means that in these arrays, the last pixel is at position 127. So it could round up to 128 maybe. So that's probably what happens. Let me see if I can get that to fire again. Yeah, if you like go over the very edge. Okay. That's an easy fix. So all we have to do is say mathf clamp 0. Oh wait, I think you put the value first. And then dimension x minus 1. Let's make sure that this value, well, it returns this value if it's in between the minimum and maximum, otherwise it either returns the minimum or maximum, basically. Okay, so let's just try it again and see if that error still happens. Okay, yeah, looks like we're good. Okay, so one thing I've been thinking about is basically how we're going to, during this testing phase, how I'm going to like store all the information for each space. And I was kind of getting ahead of myself trying to think about how we'll do it with mods and everything. I don't think we have to think that far ahead. For now, I'm just gonna manually enter all the information in that debug or database creator script. I mean, eventually, obviously we want it to just load some default mod, but I think we should try and get the game as playable as possible before we mess with all that, so we know exactly what we need the mods to do. Okay, so database, and then the database needs to create information about the spaces. Okay, so we have two prototypes. Number is 0, oh, we can't do that, we have to add. Okay, and what even information does this have? Okay, name and stats, that's all. Okay, so the first will be unreachable. No, it does spell out. What's wrong with this? Oh, it's inaccessible. Okay. And then stats will just have an empty list. And then we need to add one more. The name will be, I don't know, I guess we'll just say reachable for now. Oh yeah, stats, not state. Okay. And then we need to hop over to the battle generator. Okay. Okay, so this, we'll just set this vector 3 0 right now. Oh, what's it complaining about? Oh, I didn't even know Unity had a space object. Oh, that is going to be a bit of a pain. But I think I'll change it to be called map spaces to avoid this. Where is it in the data? Oh, I guess I should be a field space to be consistent. Otherwise, if I ever had to use Unity Engine and the space object, I'd have to keep on specifying which type I wanted to use. Okay, there we go. Okay, so now, so space 0 is unreachable, and we already set the prototype. And really, yeah, we don't care about the center world position there. So field spaces 1. So here's the fun part, we just gotta try and set values. That would make sense. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what I'm gonna do to make this a little easier is when we raycast, I'll print out the contact position. And then we can use that, and we can just copy that. Okay, so yeah, if it hits a field and a space, then we'll debug a contact position. So hit point, I think. Okay, and again you gotta give it the format, because otherwise it just prints to 1 decimal space, which isn't that helpful. Alright. Yeah, let's put this afterwards actually, because Then this way this debug will print first and then our contact position. Okay. Okay, so space is 1, is that the red? Okay, that's space 4, so space 1 is yellow. Okay, yeah. So yellow's hard to see because of the camera, but I guess we'll just have it right here. And that is negative 74.28 and 2.20. Okay, so 0 or negative 0.74. That's F 0.28 and 2.20, I think. Alright, let's see, is that right? 28 and 2.20, okay. Oh, now it's gonna complain. Yeah, I shouldn't save until I've got all of them. But anyway, 0.1 I think must be the green. Or 0.2, yeah, space 2. So let's have it right here. And that would be... Okay, so 1.45, 0.01, and 2.72. I think I'll just move this over to another screen. So I'm just going to enter in these values. Oh, it's covering up chat over here. And then I'll move it back once we're done with this. That way I can actually read and I don't have to remember. And then 0.01 and 2.72. Alright, so 3 is this magenta. So we got negative 2.26, 0.29, 0.29, and 0.82. And finally, I guess we got the blue next. Let's see. Oh, hey Storm. Oh, you're here pretty early, so that's nice. And yeah, the stream's just not the same without you. Alright, let's see. Well, hopefully I'm not that old. The space 4, okay. And I guess we'll put it right here. So 2.10, negative 0.41, and negative 1.48. Alright, so we just have the blue one. And I'll put it right here. So negative 1.11. And negative 0.41. Finally, negative 1.40. Okay, so we're done with that. I'll move the script window back over. So let's see, we got the values here. So, okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how it goes. So I'm gonna say space 1 can move to 2 and 3. So let's go ahead and do that. And 2 can move to 1 and 4. Am I familiar with PC fans? Well, sorta. Do you mean like, do I know any good brands? Not really. Space 3 can move to 1 and 5. And 4 can move to 2 and 5. And last but not least, 5 can move to 3 and 4. Can I tell you the best airflow fans and the quietest? I can look up which one I use. It's, oh, you mean like a case fan? Well, I've never actually bought those. The one that comes with my case is pretty nice, but I don't remember off the top of my head what it is. I can look it up after the stream though and let you know. Alright. My CPU fan though is really nice. I never hear it at all, but okay. So what else do we need to do here? Okay, the stats we don't care about, so I guess that's about it. So now what I want to happen is if I click on a space, the monster will move to that space, but only if it's a valid path. Okay. I'm trying to think about how I want to structure this code now. Alright, so we have the map controller. This movement part would only happen during the play scene, so I should probably make really like a sub controller for the play scene. Let's do that real quick. Clearly you're going to buy us 220mm fans, and when it gets higher RPMs they start to make a lot of noise. Yeah, I can see that, especially with 2. That's pretty heavy duty. Okay, so this will be play sub controller. And we'll probably need to make this like well, I guess I can actually just what's it called? Inherit from auto controller. I don't think that will cause any problems. What's the Corsair Hydra series? Okay. Yeah, let me look it up real quick, I'm curious now. Oh wow, that does look nice. Oh okay, it has like cooling and everything. Yeah, that'll get the job done, for sure. But yeah, I can't tell you how loud it is or anything. Okay, so let me just make sure this doesn't mess up anything. Okay, yeah, instead of passing the game, we'll actually pass the map controller. Okay, so this parent equals parent. And then we'll do everything. Okay, and then map controller. Okay, this stuff will be in both scenes. Did I do that wrong? There we go. Okay, so really it would want to start in the team phase, but we're just gonna have it start in the play phase for now, and we'll figure out how we decide later. This new play sub controller. Oh, you told me that you needed the best airflow, but you meant pressure. Oh, okay. Oh yeah, I've never used a liquid cooled system. Okay, so really all we gotta do is when we enter. Okay, so yeah, we load the scene. We'll probably need to change this controller. And then we'll need to call that enter. Override. Exit. Before, I guess it doesn't make much difference. Subcontroller.exit. Custom ones are even better. Yeah, I bet so. Liquid cooler seems kind of something that would be hard to make for a generic. Make a generic version. It seems like it needs to be custom built to your setup. Okay, is there anything else I'm forgetting? Oh, dispose. That's an important one. I guess I really should check if the subcontroller is null, but it never will be right now, so I'll wait and see how I handle that in the future. Okay, so now all I really want to do is make some kind of testing. Because yeah, I want to just move the monster around, but the actual system will want to use actions and of course the turn phases and all that. I'm trying to decide how much I want to get into it. It's hard because you have to disassemble the GPU and find a space for the reservoir. Oh yeah, that does sound difficult. I guess I really should put the infrastructure in, otherwise this code's not really going to do much for us. Besides it's a proof of concept, because we'll end up deleting it all. Okay, so let me open up the design document so I can look at the turn flow again. Okay. So I think I'll again have a match manager, which will keep track of the match flow, and then a turn manager which keeps track of this part. Well, really it's about the same. I think maybe it should all be just, I think in one object, but then we like delegate out the logic for each of these phases to different things. So instead of match manager, I'll call this the flow manager. Oh yes, thank you. Okay, so we have public flow manager, and we'll take auto controller. Oh, actually, we probably will need the play subcontroller. Alright, Storm. Okay. Alright, so let's make then... I'll be good and put the enumerations in a separate file. I think... Yeah, there's no pre-built enumeration thing. So we have the match flow, or I should call it the match phase. This is public enum match phase. Okay, so we can see what I put here. Initialize. This actually starts, we'll now start in the team building phase. But I guess it'd still be good to have it, just in case. So we got initialize and an intro, turns and end, okay. Since we have this infrastructure for our subcomponent, or our subcontroller, I'll probably just end up using it also for what am I trying to say? For the game over screen. Well, I guess it depends on if we decide to put it over the map or in some other screen, but we'll think about that later. Alright, and then we also need the full turn phase. This. Okay, so first choice, ordering execution, end, life loss, and win. Okay. I don't know if we really need all this because most of these will just happen during one frame. But I guess we'll keep it for now because we might have to send stuff to the server and back. And there'll be a different controller that would take care of all this, so yeah. Alright, good to see you, Storm. So, make a couple of these. Alright, so this will be the match. Oops, can I spell? Match phase. And another one for the turn phase. Wow. There we go. Oh, I'm doing pretty good. A little tired, but not bad. Oh, it's okay, Storm. Are you doing well, I hope? Right, so match phase equals controller. Okay, yeah, that'll go in the subcontroller. Components, get or register. State machine. Okay, so now we're gonna need to make the play components. Or did I already do that? Another enumeration. So we have the match phase and the turn phase. Alright, so now hopefully we can actually create some of this stuff. Comps, match phase. State machine, oops. Machine create. Watching YouTube and almost fall asleep. Yeah, I definitely know how you feel. All right. Okay, so now where do I go? So I guess this class will take care of actually changing the phases for the most part. Try and keep it centralized. And for now, I'll just have it skip through on a timer. Oh, you went to bed 2 a.m. for 2 days in a row? Yeah, one day is not too bad, but a couple other days. If you go a few days in a row, it starts to add up for sure. Oh, you had to wake up at 7:30. Yeah, that's way too little, at least for me. Okay, so we got match phase. Okay, so if it's the initialize, we'll just go ahead and change it over right away. So match phase state equals int, and also turn phase state equals int. That really should be none, actually. Yeah. Definitely when you have work and everything, it catches up to you. A little sleep, but I don't know, school, I still remember, was pretty tiring as well. Okay. Alright, so yeah, I'm just going to change it right here. Int. Could do intro, but we're not going to do anything with it for now, so I'll just switch to turns and oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Turn phase state and choice. Oh, I was just saying, yeah, when you have to work, a little sleep does catch up to you. But I still remember school was pretty tiring too, so. Alright. Yeah, we don't need to do anything else here. Oh, except I do need to add myself to the ticking list. New. So controller, game, and this. Oops. Okay. I guess I'll go ahead and press play just to make sure there's no horrible errors. So flow manager, this. What's this about? Game logic map play. Parent is assignments, values never used. Oh, right. Okay. Oh, no. Yeah, I did move the monster to the right spot, so that's nice. Okay, so yeah, nothing's really going to happen. I just want to make sure there was no errors. Let's get rid of this position. Debug. Work and school are not too different. It's just in school you have to sit and hear boring stuff. At work you do projects all the time. Well, I guess that's one way to look at it. Yeah, one big difference to me, which maybe I'm lucky, but in school I had to do a whole lot of things that, you know, I wasn't really that interested in. And I mean, of course I don't like everything I do now, but in general you have a bit more control about how you spend your time. Okay. Got rid of that. Okay, so I need to make some script. Okay, so I just need to make a simple chooser. How in depth do I want to be here? Basically what I want to happen is that when you click space, see, I mean I could easily just make it so that if you click a space the monster moves there, but it's not really that helpful because we'll have to just delete it all. Because the actual game, you'd be able to choose an ability of one of your monsters, and that would let you see what moves you can make. So I guess maybe we should start there. I guess we can have it just automatically choose some. Okay, yeah, I think that's what I'll do. We'll create it so that it automatically chooses some ability, and that automatically lets you move to any spot that's next to you. Like, of course, but you don't understand why certain disciplines like geography have to be mixed in with Portuguese, math, and all that. Yeah, I kind of know what you mean. Okay, so I guess I really should just make a choice manager, because really the choice part has several phases as well, because first you have to choose an ability and then you choose which action to take. Kind of like in the chess game where you had to choose a piece first. But we're not going to do any of that right now. So basically, this class in the future will manage, it'll be like the match manager except for the choice phase. But right now, basically it's just going to pretend like I chose this monster and its ability that lets it move to spaces next to it. choice phase. In your English class, did you study texts from 500 or more years old? We did. We read specifically, we read something called Beowulf, which is, I don't know, very old. And then of course, Shakespeare. I'm not sure if you would have heard of either of those, probably Shakespeare, but... Okay, so this is non-class, this is actually another enumeration. Yeah, instead of learning how to speak. Well, we did do plenty of writing too, so... Okay, so... Again, I'm not gonna implement everything here, because I don't know exactly how I'll do it. So basically... have this part where you choose the option. Oh, everybody knows Shakespeare? Okay, I wasn't sure. Well, I mean, if you don't... Well, I don't know when you learn English, but I mean, if you don't learn English, it's not super important to know him. Okay, so let's see. I'll need another state machine here. And I kind of like the way that the choice or the turn chooser class in the chess game worked, where different objects just did different things whenever the state entered. Oh, I just meant I don't know when you learn English, so not super important to know who Shakespeare is if you don't speak English natively. So this would be the choice phase. Controller, components, get or register. And okay, choice phase. Alright, and then we'll set the state to none for now. Oh, Storm. I know how you feel though. I think everybody wishes a lot of times that they were born somewhere else. So what we want to do is when the turn phase enters choice, then we'll go ahead and start the logic here. Well, I wouldn't say that storm, but I mean, I think it'd be cool if I lived in Europe, for example. And then subscribed. Oh right, it's interstate, subscribe, new simple listener. Oh wait, what am I doing? And this is turn phase change. I'm missing a parenthesis somewhere. Yeah, I think it'd be really cool to... Well, I mean, I've never really even been out of the Western Hemisphere, so I think it'd be really cool to someday at least go visit Europe. Okay, so if turn phase state... Okay, so if it enters a choice phase, so really what we'd want to do well, in the final game we'd say something like choice phase as ability, but for now we'll set it to 2, whatever I called it, option, and then we'll need to generate just some so we're just gonna, how should I do this? Private void. Oh, in fact, I'll make a separate object. Okay, test, move, adjacent action generator. Okay, it's a bit long-winded, but it will do. Okay, so basically I'm going to have this generate a query that the choice phase can call. I suggest London for monuments. Portugal has good food. Yeah, I'd like to go all those places and anywhere really. Okay. So we got private. So I guess we need to return some object here. so we have the action. And then we'll need the turn. I guess maybe we should just call it, I guess turn options is fine. And that'll basically just be a list of actions. Okay, let's see, then go a little farther. So turn actions will basically be a list of actions. You want to go to the US, your dream is to work and live in Silicon Valley. Yeah, that would be really cool. I'd actually agree with you there. I'd settle for anywhere on the West Coast, to be honest. Well, just about anywhere. Oh, hi, Sucre. Hope I pronounced that right. Thanks for stopping by. Okay, so this is basically just going to be a list of actions. You begin programming in JavaScript. Oh, that's a good language to start with. I was interested in your title. Yeah, this game is going to be, you can kind of think of it as a combination of Pokemon taking place on like a chessboard. Well, the battles take place on a chessboard. Oh, okay, you're French. I know a little French, but I'm quite rusty. Think you understand English. Oh, well, your typing's pretty good so far, so... Alright, so we got turn actions, but if you don't understand something, just feel free to ask. Okay, and then we'll want to turn options. Tactical Lizard Tamer. Yeah, I've noticed that most of the people that stop by tend to be European. I think I'm a little too early for fellow Americans, but yeah, English is a good skill, definitely Sucre. Okay, and this is basically just a list of turn actions. I don't think I need to add anything else in there. So action. Okay, I'll separate this enumeration to a different file to try and be good. I don't know. I think it's gonna be. It'll be fine if it's in here. Could you show a little of your game, or is it too soon? Well, it's very rough right now, but I can show you what I have so far. This is kind of like a mock-up of how the board will work. And right now I've just gotten it to tell me what space is under the mouse. But I've only been making this game for 3 days, so... Yeah, like I said, it's quite rough right now, but the cool thing is that the game is able to tell that each of these different colors is a different tile on the board, so and then it can tell that you're over a monster. Right now I'm working on being able to move the monster to different spaces. Ooh, translator with social context, that is nice. Google Translate never seems to get that. Okay, so for a movement, really all it needs is, okay, well it needs the source monster, and then also target. Yeah, I'm not sure if I want to have a bunch of subclasses of this action for each separate type. I guess I'll just play it by ear and see. Yeah, Russian is hard from what I've seen as well. It has a bunch of different rules that are not in English. Okay, okay, so now we have this. So this class will return a list, or actually a list return turn options. Generate. Okay, so yeah, I'm not going to worry about passing any customization arguments. It'll only be I'll just hard code everything in. Options. Okay, so first we need to get the monster. Alright, I don't have a reference to the game database yet. Oops. And we also will need the battle information. Okay, so now we can say battle. Okay, battlefield, monsters. I wonder if the monster should really be in this field object, but or if it should be in the battle. Well, I guess the monsters do exist on the field, so. They also kind of don't. Okay, yeah, that makes me feel better. Okay, so battle dot monsters, and then I'll just take the first one. And so we need to find all, or create a movement action from the space the monster's on to every other space. So int on space equals monster. Oh, thanks for following, Sukra. I appreciate it. and now we can get, no actually, oh yeah, I call it the field space now. On space equals battle, field spaces, space index. Okay, and now for each in on space dot outgoing paths. So now we're going to loop through every space that a monster can reach from the space it's on. Okay, so turn actions equals new. Oops. That's going to be a bit confusing. Okay, let's rename this to the list. That's also confusing, but I'll live with it. Alright, so list actions, add new action. Why is it doing that? Because I thought I already have it. Oh, it's because it's also conflicting with system. No, just in English and French for me. I took about 3 years in high school of French. But I'm very rusty. Okay, so type is move, source monster 0, and then the target index is 2 space. And I think we're good. Right, so that was actually pretty easy. So now the choice manager. Okay, we've actually got to create the query. Alright, okay, so let's make the query. Controller get or oops. Let's get or register. And then we return the turn options. Okay, so one thing we're going to have to do here is we'll have to make just a temporary testing enumeration here. But I'll put test in front. Move adjacent actions. Okay, that's fine. And then, so query turn options dot create, and then we set our handler. I think that's all this needs to do. So now in the choice phase, or yeah, the choice phase manager, choice phase manager, private query, we'll get to this query. I bet that those long RPGs like Persona would be quite hard to play if you're not fluent in English. I tried to play a couple in Japanese and it's not that fun. Well, Spanish and Portuguese is pretty different, isn't it? But do they speak Portuguese a lot different in Brazil, Storm? I don't really know. So turn options. Test query. Oops, I spelled that wrong. Okay, and so now I'll get it. We actually put it in the parent, so that's fine. Parent components, get or register. So query, turn options. Map comps. Oh yeah, goes outside of that. Not too much different. Okay. I wondered because English in like America and England is not a whole lot different, so I was wondering if it was similar. Query is just a class. It's basically all it does is just let different objects be able to give each other data without having to what's the word? Without having to like reference the objects directly, if that makes sense. And how many do you use? Information languages. What do you mean, like what language is this written in? It's C#. Alright, so turn options equals. Okay, so now when we call this send, basically it will call the function that we created over here. So the nice thing is that this object does not have to know exactly where the function is coming from, so it just helps with debugging. Didn't study Spanish, but since you were born in Portugal, Spanish uses the same word with different pronunciations. Oh, is that so? Yeah, I didn't really know how different they were. Alright, Suka, glad to hear that. So I guess I should store these options somewhere so that the other class that takes care of them can get it. Okay, so really brave to make my game by myself. Yeah. Well, thank you. I used to well, this is a pretty big project, probably one of the biggest ones I've tried to do by myself. But I used to make a bunch of games, like smaller games I tried to do every month, so I do have some experience with it. Storm offered help. It just takes a little practice. Okay, so let's get back into this. So Describable. I do want to just send a message out with the options. Why bother with that? Describable object. Turn options. And this would be. It's not called chosen options. Let's say selected options. Thanks, Sukra. Yeah, it'll probably be a few months, but I really hate working with like test art like this, so I'm gonna try and pretty it up soon. Oh, thanks, Storm. Yeah, you can check out on my YouTube channel. I posted videos of all my previous streams, and we made like a chess game a lot like this. Alright, so I want to say selected options dot value equals options. And we want to create this component over here. I don't need to add those spaces. And this would be play components. Okay, so I guess it'll be selected turn options. And then we just need to create. Okay, that's all set. Alright, I think we're good here. Well, we could try and run it, but I don't think anything would happen. I guess we can test this. Debug. Oh, it's a grad to leave. Oh, I think it's getting this, yeah, the system debug. I actually want the Unity engine one. Engine, debug, log. So I'm just going to print out the number of options we get back. That will kind of tell us if it's working or not. And, okay, so do I instantiate this anywhere? No, I don't. Okay, so let's go back. I'm gonna close all this. We're getting way too many files up here. I didn't mean to close everything, but okay. So I got the flow manager, and then also we'll do the choice phase manager, and then in the map controller. We'll add the new testing debug testing move adjacent generator. Oh no, there, Sukra's still here. Oh, okay, you're playing Final Fantasy. Okay. Alright, so let's play it and see. Oh, okay, I got some errors here. Probably. Oh, right, I've moved the monsters out of the field. So it's battle monster, add monster. I can move this down here, actually. Oops. then, yeah, wouldn't it be great if you could duplicate yourself? Get so much work done. Alright, and then same thing here. Just need to reference just the monster, not this field itself. Okay. Field tactical lizard generator. A battle is never assigned. Okay, so I better fix that. Do we not need the game data? Okay, I guess not. So battle equals controller game components get battle global components. Oops. Alright. And then I guess we don't need this database. Oh, okay, you're drawing as well. Wow, multitasking. Okay, anything else down here? Alright. Okay, so it said 0. That's not what I expected. So what could be causing that? Testing battle generator. Yeah, we put the monster in position 4. And 4 can go to 2 and 5. Close to get your new PC, and after you build it, install Windows, all that good stuff in summer vacation. Oh wow, all day long streams. Well, be sure to check in when I can. Although, yeah, mostly just be after I stream. Maybe I can stop in some, because before I stream I'm usually pretty busy, but... Okay, so it's saying 0. Let's look and see why that is. I probably just forgot to add something to a list somewhere, but... yeah, that's exactly what I forgot to do. Options, add, list. Okay. Okay, now it says 2, so that's good. Which that makes sense because we know I set it so that space 4 can move to space 2 and 5, so... Alright, so now let's move on to the next part. So I guess this would be something like turn action chooser. This one might be pretty similar to the final version, so I won't bother making it like a specific testing class. Oh yeah, that isn't a good graphics card, I think. So public, turn action chooser, auto controller. Let's get the beluga namespace. So what this wants to do is wait until the choice phase enters option. So maybe I should name it to turn option chooser. Oh, it is top of the line, okay. Wow, you guys are both building a top of the line PC, that's cool. Alright, so yeah, I gotta change the name because I think that's a normal function now. Okay. So first we gotta get private state machine. This will be the choice state. I think that's the only one this cares about. Equals controller dot components get register component keys. Oh right, thinking about the chess game. So I think we actually got to get the play subcontroller. And this is the play components and yeah, choice phase. State machine create. Okay. And all we do here is we want to subscribe to this. Subscribe, new simple listener. Just throw away the state like normal. So this is on choice phase change. Okay. So if choice state equals int. Oops. Keep doing that today. Okay, so if it's in the option phase, then we know that we need to activate. Actually, okay, so yeah, at this point, we would just start. I don't know if we need to have this function actually, because we'll want to get the raycaster. What is the object? Mouse pick event. It's called the mouse. Oh, okay, Sukra. Wow, that is pretty late for you. But yeah, thanks for stopping by and chatting. Okay, yes, we got the mouse as well. Controller. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you as well. Au revoir. Hope I pronounced that right. Mouse pick event. So this is map component. Alright. So what we actually need to subscribe to is the mouse pick change. Okay, so subscribe. Sorry, spaced out there. New Full listener. New type. So this is on mouse. Pick. Change. Bye bye, Sucre. Okay, so yeah, instead of having this, I'll just kind of keep it around in case something changes, but I think here we'll just only care about the well, actually, we don't even care about this, really. We only care about when the player clicks the mouse button. So yeah, we have to create something else here. Private. Subscribable. This is how I model buttons. Yeah, just us. I've noticed I've been getting a lot more viewers the last couple of days, so yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Feel free to chat, but I understand if you don't feel like it as well. Okay, so this, I guess I'll just call it the select button. Okay, so this is basically mouse left button. So yeah, we'll have this in the parent. That's good. I don't know. Can always upgrade it if we need to. Subscribable bool int. So this is play components, and do you want to just call it left click? Well, it might not be only left click. This will be select button. Tomorrow I'll tell you to tweet because you have 3 accounts with 300 followers. Oh wow. Okay, I'll try to remember. Well, I'll talk about it later. I'm not sure if I'll be streaming at the same time tomorrow, but subscribable, create. Okay, so this is what we actually need to subscribe to, and we used this trigger listener is different than a normal listener because it only fires when this becomes true after being false. So it's basically if somebody just pressed the button. So this is on, select, button pressed. Okay. So here, if choice state equals int. So if we're in the right state phase and the mouse, no, we can just do that in here, I think. So switch mouse type. Okay, so I'm only going to take care of space for now. In fact, I'm going to put this in a separate class. Private void test pick move to action. What do you think is better? Tom Clancy's 6 Siege or Battlefield 1? Well, it seems like people are still playing Siege a lot, or at least I hear people talk about it. I'm not, I mean, I guess Battlefield probably still has plenty of people just on how big it is, but if I had to pick between those, I'd probably pick Siege, but if you want to buy one, well, I'd probably just go with whatever's cheapest then. Alright, so here, one other thing I forgot. Of course, we need to get the subscribable object that contains the turn option. Alright, so selected options. Alright. Controller, components. Alright. So we'll copy this so we don't have to type it a million times. Int, play components, selected turn options, and then create. Okay, so this is basically just going to be a test method that will look through the selected options and pick the action that moves to the space that the mouse is over. So selected options. So we got turn options, options equals selected options dot value. So obviously if options is null, then we won't do anything, but stream, choose one please. Call of Duty or Modern Warfare. Call of Duty or Destiny. Oh, we got a bunch there, okay. Well, out of those, Destiny seems to have the biggest viewership on Twitch, so that might be a good idea. Okay, so option. Okay, what we gotta do. First we get the space equals mouse index for int I equals 0, I less than option. Plus oh, I just said that Destiny seems to have the biggest viewership on Twitch, so maybe that'd be a good idea. So if option dot options I action 0 dot target index equals space. Okay. Yeah, we'll just return the index. Okay, otherwise we'll return -1. Okay, so int chosen action equals, and then let's make another request on here, private void select action index. Okay, so I guess I'll need another subscribable object for the selected action. We should rename some of these classes, I think. Well, let's say selected actions. If you added Battlefield 1 or Siege, would you still think Destiny is better? Well, I always see... Well, I guess it depends. Like, if you like them all evenly, then I would just pick whatever game has viewership that you think that people would watch. I don't know if I see Siege a lot on the front page as well, but so I'm just gonna call this an action list. Okay, so that makes a little more sense. Oh, I did the wrong thing. Yeah, so this is turn options. I want to change turn actions to action list. Action list. Okay, there we go. Oh, GTA's on the top, really? Well, that's, I know. That game is also popular, so I mean, it's a fine choice. Selected actions. Okay, so it's the same except we just put the action list in there. Oh, it's number 6, okay. So we'll just do the same thing. And then selected actions dot value equals option dot I guess I should make sure that chosen action is not negative. Okay. Alright, we're getting there. I really wanted to have the monster move around today, but I don't know if we'll get to that. Because we still got to do the part where the code actually moves the monster, and then the part where the model updates. We'll see though. I really like Battlefield 1, but you don't know if Siege is as good because I've never played it before. I mean, I haven't played either, so I mean, I can't give you any personal experience, but people seem to like both of them, so. Alright. Okay, so on to the next class. So, actually, so the selected action becomes true. So then the choice phase manager I don't know. We should probably be a little more specific. So once the choice phase manager becomes true, one way we could do it, oh wait, I said the wrong thing. Once the selected action becomes true, we could have this signal back to the flow manager that the choice phase is over. And then it would do a whole bunch of stuff, sending to the server and all that, but we're not doing that now. Another thing, I just don't know if I want to do that in that way. Yeah, we better not. Just for safety's sake. Did you learn C# by yourself or someone taught me? No, I learned it by myself. The only language I learned in school was Java. That's all that we used. But once you know a language really well, it's not that difficult to teach. To teach yourself more. Well, C# and Java aren't that different, to be fair, but well, maybe I will just do it this way. Otherwise I'm gonna have to make a whole bunch of messengers. Object, so action list, and this is selected action. Did I actually? Okay, I did do it. Oh, but I didn't change this. So selected turn actions. We want to generate another one. Okay, so basically what this will do is once we get a non-null value here, instead of printf you write print in Java. Yeah, basically. Off the top of my head, I was trying to think of ways that they're different. It's mostly just that Java has like a huge library of built-in classes that you can use. I do like the C# syntax a little better. It's a little cleaner to me, but it could just be preference. Okay, new simple listener, action list. Okay, so on selected actions, change. Okay, so also right here, I'll go ahead and set selected actions to null. Basically just if list does not equal null. And then we should probably make sure we're also in the right phase. And choice, oops, I didn't spell that right at all. Choice phase state equals. Okay. By the way, if you learned just one language, the job requires another language that you know, but self-taught can I hire me? Well, yeah, I don't think they probably won't care as long as you have on your resume that you've actually used that language before. Like proof, like an actual project that you've written using it. Alright, so once this is chosen, then we can set choice phase state to int. Okay, so maybe one way I can signal that the choice is done is if I create another phase here, complete. Might be a good thing. so I guess right, and then if this is ever not, then we can set choice phase to and choice phase none. Give me a project, a company, or if you're doing random games. Well, I mean, these random games are large projects, so if I had to prove that I knew C#, I could show them the games and they would probably be happy with that. Because when it comes down to it, a game is not all that different than any other program. Alright, so let's do one more thing. In the flow manager, so I'll need to get one more thing here. Actually, I don't know if I really have to get a reference to it. So controller, components, get or registers. And this will be the choice. Play components. And then we basically just want to subscribe to the interstate messenger. Simple listener, int. So on enter choice phase. Sure, we'll put it down here. Choice phase. I should keep spelling with an S. No problem, Storm. Yeah, they don't teach you things like that in school, really. That's what I always thought was funny. Like in America, we don't have like just a class to like manage finances and things. Which, that would have helped me a lot. Okay, so if turn phase, so we only care about this if the turn phase is in choice, and then and choice. I almost did it again. Is complete. Okay, then we'll set the turn phase to execution. Okay, and then I already know there's going to be some errors here. Yeah, unfortunately, you don't have it either. Yeah, it's just weird to me. So I think this is going to give an error. Kind of like a weird reason, because we set the choice phase to complete here. Now it's going to trigger the turn phase to change, so on the same frame, so it's going to complain. That's okay, Storm. I actually should leave, so I just wanted to. I'll have to think about how I want to do that bug. I guess let's just press play and see. Okay, yeah. Oh, I didn't hook up the mouse click. Yeah, unfortunately I won't have time to finish all this tonight, so I guess I'll stop here. It's a pretty good spot. Alright, so tomorrow Ludum Dare starts, which is that game design competition where you try to make a game in 2 days. So I probably won't stream at my normal time because the competition will start at, I think, 8 or 9 Eastern. I'll have a which I know is really late for you, Storm, but the good thing is I'll be streaming almost all day Saturday and Sunday, so I'm sure you'll be able to catch me sometime. So yeah, that'll be fun. We'll start on a new game, and we'll continue back on this game on Monday. But yeah, I'll be sure to post on my Twitter updates about when I'll be going live and everything. Okay, thanks, Storm. So yeah, we'll start. I'll probably get on about an hour earlier than it starts, so we can brainstorm about games and just to warm up. Yeah, I'll need it. I've done it a few times, but it's been... Has it been 2 years? It's been a while, because it's usually not at good times for me, but I figured since I started out the stream, it's like perfect for this channel, so... Alright, but yeah, bye Storm, and bye everybody, thanks for watching. Feel free to follow, and you'll for sure know when I go live. That's what I'm trying to see where it starts, or when it starts. On the webpage, there's not a clear... Let me see. Okay, it starts 8 p.m. my time, so that's 9 Eastern time. I'm not sure. Well, that's like... So it's 2 hours after what it is now, tomorrow. So that's like 2 a.m. for you, so... I don't know. I don't mind if, of course, you don't have to come Friday, but I will be live Saturday and Sunday, so... Yeah, so if it's midnight right now for you, then I think it'll be 2 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, 5 ahead, okay. But anyway, again, thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you then. Alright, bye-bye.